wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Welcome to the 2022 Christmas Parade for Moultrie and Colquitt County. I'm David Herndon. I have here joining me this year Mr. Pete Dillard, who is the city manager. Welcome, Pete. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, David, and welcome to everybody to the downtown of the year for the state of Georgia and our famous Christmas parade.
We do want to mention, we're just getting the crowd set up. At this time, it's about 12 minutes before the parade starts. It's not quite dark yet, but there's a big crowd, Pete. It's already gathered this year. It's hot tonight for this time of year. It's warm. In fact, it's 72 degrees, but it seems warm this year.
It is much different from last year. We were wet and cold. This year, it's almost like a spring day.
Moultrie, of course, is famous for the canopy of lights. It looks like thousands and thousands of lights that come down from the courthouse every year. As far as I know, Pete, this is the only parade that is under a canopy of lights.
Yeah, our canopies really made a big hit statewide. We have been contacted from every corner of the state of Georgia. We've had people come from Florida, and our biggest surprise was 2 weeks ago we had people from Portugal and Venezuela. So we have reached out, and the awards the city has won this year has really attracted a lot of attention. But the good thing is, as I look out, I see a lot of home folks that we're really happy to see, and hope you enjoy what will be the biggest parade we have ever had in the city of Moultrie.
One of the things we want to do is mention how big this year's parade is. I understand, Pete, this is the largest parade we've ever had, with the floats reaching back quite a ways, probably about a third to twice as big as normal.
Yeah, David, we're fortunate. We have our downtown welcome center over here on the corner. Amy Johnson and her staff do a wonderful job there. They're busy down the street getting people lined up. This has actually gone beyond our normal boundaries of where we line people up, so it's gotten quite complicated this year, but Amy was able to call in just about the entire city staff to help her, and they've been at it for several hours now getting things ready.
We do want to mention that Santa Claus is going to be in the parade. Everybody remember that. All the kids remember that. And we usually start out the pre-parade festivities with inviting a few kids up that want to answer some trivia questions about Moultrie and Christmas. We have a few small prizes. If any kids would like to come up, we're going to welcome some kids up to start out things. And then we're going to special lady Robin Alley Goods that has just opened up a restaurant. Can I have 3 or 4 kids that would like to come up and say, hey, we have a couple of questions and a little bit of a prize activity. Anyone would like to come up? Any kids?
Yeah, we'd love to have you join us. We prefer you be under 6 feet tall. But
any kids? There are no kids here. Well, I'll put here comes a kid.
Here's one. Who else is up for the challenge?
Here comes a kid. Come walk. Can you get up here? Hop up here.
There we go.
One of the big things about this parade are all the kids. All right, let's come up here. Hey, guys, what are your names?
Weston.
What's your last name, Weston?
Weston Kai Wisham.
All right, how about your name?
Jayton.
What's your name?
Addison.
All right, now I've got him. What's your name?
Easton.
Easton, all right, I got an important question. What is Santa Claus bringing this year?
Presents.
Presents, that's a good answer.
Planet.
Bringing what?
Planet.
Well, I can't hear what he said. What did he say? Presents. Okay.
Presents.
Well, can somebody come up with a different answer? What is Santa Claus bringing this year?
Presents.
What kind of presents? Do we know? All right.
Maybe good ones?
Everybody gets a prize for answering.
Oh, thank you.
Answering the questions. Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas. They're going to be bringing presents. We've got Robin Alligood who's going to pop up here real quick, and I want to hear from Robin. Robin's father grew up in Moultrie. Bob Alligood, a great guy. Come on up here, Robin.
Hello, Robin.
And the reason we want Robin to come in just for a minute and talk to her, she has moved back to Moultrie. She's put in Baba's, which is coffee, tea, sandwiches, donuts, all types of wonderful things. And it's just amazing this year, Pete, how we have transformed so many areas of downtown and businesses here. But we wanted Robin to sort of tell her story. Robin, tell us about moving back to Moultrie, deciding to locate a business downtown. Tell us about your business, Baba's.
All right. Well, first of all, is this not the best town ever? Hello? Ever! All right. Well, thank y'all so much for having me up here. Baba's was a dream of mine to open up something here in Moultrie that was good than what the town needed. They needed a place to gather, needed a place to enjoy friends, and needed a place to, needed just a place for people to feel comfortable to sit and relax and share and bring joy to their friends and family. And we are a coffee shop and an infused tea shop. We serve breakfast and lunch. And I just want to thank Moultrie for welcoming us. And we're here to serve you. And we love y'all. And I hope y'all have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Well, Robin, it's been a tremendous success. It's been full every day since you opened. And I've even had friends from Tifton and Thomasville talk about how great it is to come to Baba's. It really is a gathering place because the way it's laid out, the way it's furnished, groups can get together and just feel so comfortable there. It's just a great success.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We want to thank you, Robin, for participating. This is Robin's first Christmas parade in Moultrie. So let's give her a round of applause for having the courage to bring a great business to downtown. Thank you, Robin. We look forward to sharing the parade with you tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Pete.
Oh, thank you.
Pete, also, we've got a refurbished building, which has been done. The Flossy Peach has moved over on the corner there at West Central and Main Street. That building is incredible. Also, an insurance business and their two sisters that have come in. And tell them just a little bit about the history of that building. What's going on?
Well, it's terrific. When I moved here, that was a City Trends building, but they moved and it stayed vacant for years. And the Downtown Development Authority obtained the building and was able to sell it to Macy Chitty Hegwood and Whitney Chitty Smith, and they have done a fabulous job. As I mentioned to Macy Thanksgiving night, when you walk in the store, you feel like you could be at Phipps Plaza in Atlanta or Charlotte. It's such a lovely place, and that whole corner on the northwest corner of the square was dark and dead for so long, and with Baba's there, the health spa, the Flossy Peach, and now Dalton's down the street, it's really brought to life a dead place. And it's part of the success of the community because the Downtown Development Authority, the Downtown Moultrie Tomorrow are two organizations of citizen volunteers who work to make our city better. And it's been a tremendous success, as you can see, as our downtown is thriving, growing, and really almost fully occupied.
One of the things that's important to remember, all the groups, Downtown Moultrie Association are mostly the merchants and business folks. Downtown Moultrie Tomorrow is the charitable organization that plots out projects, raises funds for those. In Downtown Development Authority, yet another organization Pete's mentioned makes a big difference. Our county commissioners, our city councilman and mayor, and county administrator, and Pete, who is our city manager, everybody really works hard. Another success story this year is what was formerly the ABAC on the Square is now our Downtown Welcome Center,
yes.
Meeting Center. How many people can that building hold just if somebody needs to have a meeting downtown?
I think the biggest meeting we've had so far was probably 150 people. We have several small rooms for groups from 5 to 50. We have had 1 to 5 groups every day since we opened the Welcome Center. It's been a tremendous resource for the community. It is available for meetings downstairs and upstairs, and it's really been used by people making political stops here, people doing training for their employees, or presenting various programs. And so it's available for the community. That's why we have it. It's staffed by our Main Street and downtown development individuals, and it's just become a great resource. We appreciate David Bridges and Tracy Brundage at ABAC for helping us obtain that building, and for the State Board of Regents for giving us the building. We're very appreciative.
We hear the clock chiming. It's 6, which is the official time of the parade. It normally takes a few moments to get here. So, Pete, we've got some more candy to hand out. I need to ask some questions of some kids. Are there any kids that can answer some questions real quick and get a quick reward? If you are, come up here. We need 3 or 4 kids to talk about some Moultrie stuff, maybe Santa and some elf action. Are any children want to come up?
How about some of our younger Packer fans?
Here we go. Are there any Packer fans? Y'all come up.
There we go.
All right. We've got some great young Packer fans. Are you guys Packer fans? All right. What are your names? I'm going to go down the road. Hank. All right. What's your name?
Gavin.
All right. What's your name?
Austin.
All right. How about you?
Madeline.
All right. What's your name?
Jimena. Israel.
Israel.
Can we help those
How about
kids?
you guys? What are your names? Macy and Sarah? Chera. Okay, and what's your name? Braxton. All right. Hey, guys, Santa Claus is going to be in the parade tonight. Do y'all know that? It's the real Santa Claus. We're not messing around. It's the real Santa Claus. So the question is, what is Santa Claus supposed to be bringing you this year, okay? We know it's presents. We cleared that up a while ago. So what do you think, what type of present is he going to be bringing this year?
He's gonna possibly be bringing toys.
Toys, okay. Not present, but toys.
He's supposed to be bringing toys for all the kids.
All right. Now, is there anything in particular he's going to bring that's special for you?
He only delivers presents to nice children.
To nice children. Do you think Pete and I have a shot this year getting something?
Yes.
Okay, Pete. She thinks we
Terrific,
got a shot at
terrific.
it.
Well, that's good news.
They can give us like joy for Christmas.
He's going to give joy for Christmas. Does anybody know any presents, types of presents they're going to get? What?
Presents for our parents too.
Presents for our parents, too. Do you guys know what you're going to get? No? It's going to be a surprise. Okay. Would anybody like candy? Make sure your parents are okay with you eating the candy. We've got candy for, take one. There you go. And Merry Christmas, guys. Anybody want any taffy, or you want the little candy cane sticks? Want candy cane sticks? All right. Make sure your parents are okay with that. There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
have plenty of candy so you can keep your parents up tonight. That's
There you
good.
go. All right. Merry Christmas to everybody. All right. Pete, I saw your lovely wife, Gail, who is here helping. I want to mention Dr. Dillard, who is here helping get you here tonight. Keep
Yes.
on the straight and narrow. She's here. My wife, Carol, is here. And my 10-year-old, David, is here with his George outfit. And our dog, Birdie. So I'm ready to go. Is everybody ready for a great Christmas parade? Let's hear. Is anybody ready for a Christmas parade? I am really disappointed. You guys don't sound like Packer fans. Is anybody ready for a Christmas parade? Yeah. All right. How about the Packers? Are we proud of the Packers this year? How about the Georgia Bulldogs? I didn't hear anybody cheer for the Bulldogs, Pete. What's going on? Are you guys for the Bulldogs or what? You guys aren't Alabama fans, are you? All right. We are ready for the parade to get here yet another year, Pete. We're looking under a canopy of lights. The sky is dark now. There are thousands and thousands of families, children, all lining the streets, ready for yet another Moultrie Christmas parade. What do you think, Pete, about this parade, the anticipation, the crowd as compared to other years?
Well, it appears to be the crowd's larger. We know the parade entries are the most we've ever had. I believe we have more lights than we've ever had. So we have a couple of interesting entries that I don't know exactly what they're going to be, but they had to come measure the square earlier in the week to make sure they could go around the square. So sounds like something large to me.
And that's Coca-Cola, is that right?
I think Coca-Cola is going to be here for the first time. Of course, I believe the Ward family from Florida will be here again. And then so many of our tremendous local merchants and people who'll have entries. It every year gets better. It gets brighter. Sometimes a little noisier, but all a lot of fun. And hope everybody hope all the kids enjoy it. But I hope all the big kids who are bringing the little kids will enjoy it just as much.
We want to recognize the Colquitt County Color Guard. Is this the Colquitt County High School Color Guard? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We're fortunate to have them.
This is going to be the start of the 2022 Moultrie Colquitt County Christmas Parade. We're starting it with the Colquitt County High School Color Guard.
Yeah, let's give these folks a big hand.
Let's give these folks a hand.
There's our flag.
Pete, I'm really proud of our community, the number of people that come out under the canopy, support the parade, the support the Packers throughout the year, the band. We had a great concert earlier leading into the parade before we started from the band from the high school, and I think they'll also be in the parade.
You know, that is a special thing about Moultrie, David. I've lived in 3 communities before I moved here 44 years ago, and never have I seen a community that supports everything that happens the way that Moultrie does. To support the Packers, support the downtown, support the Thanksgiving night, support the Christmas parade, all of our activities. It's just a real pleasure to be in a place where we have such community spirit and such tremendous individuals.
One of the things to remember is the diversity of Colquitt County. It's so large. There's so many great smaller towns. Moultrie's the county seat, and in the middle of Moultrie's our downtown with the most beautiful courthouse in the state. It's been voted, and Pete shared with us earlier the fact that our downtown is Downtown of the Year for 2022.
Yeah, we've had quite a year, David. In January, Moultrie was declared a visionary city by the Georgia Municipal Association. And then later in July, the Downtown of the Year. And then the Thanksgiving night event was the Event of the Year.
I would say Thanksgiving night, which kicks off the holiday season, about 15,000, 20,000 people
at least, yeah,
were here. And if you get to come to that event, you enjoy it every year. I don't think we've had this many people at a parade in a long, long time. The weather is warm for those of you, and there are people watching this on the internet, those of you watching in foreign countries who are serving our country, thank you. We remember you. We remember all the folks who would like to be home for Christmas who aren't, but who are able to have a piece of Moultrie through this parade.
Well, and to all my friends in New York and Pennsylvania and Connecticut, many of our people are here in Bermuda shorts and short sleeves enjoying this wonderful South Georgia weather. So you folks keep your snow. We'll stick with what we have.
And we've got some great people here just to our right behind the yellow line. Ladies, if you don't mind backing up just a little bit so Pete and I can see what's there you go. So we can see what's coming through. If you'll back up just a little bit over there. Thank you. That way we can identify what's coming up. We have, I believe, representatives from the City of Moultrie Police Department and the Colquitt County Sheriff.
David, we're very fortunate to have a police department and a sheriff's department that work so well together. They have accomplished a great deal that would never happen working separately. They've really pulled together to give our whole community a tremendous support and protection.
We appreciate our men and women in blue with our police department, our sheriff's department. We thank them for helping lead off the parade. Merry Christmas to you. Our sheriff department, our police department, and riding behind is Chief Sean Ladson, who's chief of police, Santa hat, and then we've got Sheriff Rod Howell and his family. Both families pulling up. I appreciate you guys being in the parade. Thank you, Sheriff Howell, Chief Ladson, and the Grinch up on the windshield. The Colquitt County 50th Regiment Band, these kids work year-round and do so much, Pete, and they are here. Let's enjoy the sounds of the 50th Regiment Band. Pete, that is an amazing band. Look at the size of the band.
They do a wonderful job tonight at every football game and at other competition.
How many tubas are in the band? My goodness. All right, let's hear it for the tubas, the trombones, the brass section. What do we have next, Pete? I believe we have the CCHS
cheerleaders. Hey.
Varsity Spirit cheerleaders.
There's Coach Calhoun, Region Coach of the Year.
Coach Calhoun is the coach for the cheerleaders. Coach Calhoun, the football coach, was there with the cheerleaders. I did not see him because of the lighting. We want to recognize, where's Coach Calhoun? Is he with the cheerleaders?
In front of the cheerleaders.
I did not see him. I would have recognized him. He's done an outstanding job, and we're very proud of him this year, Pete.
And here is Mayor and Mrs. McIntosh, the longest serving mayor in the state of Georgia.
The First Lady, Katrina McIntosh, and Mayor Bill McIntosh. They are truly institutions in this town and don't know what we would do without them.
Absolutely. And a wonderful chauffeur in Sid Collins. And glad to see the car as well this year.
Sid always brings out that great Cadillac, and it's a beautiful car. Thank you, Mayor, Ms. McIntosh, Sid, and we enjoy seeing that beautiful car every year, Pete.
Oh, and this looks like we have our city council and county commissioners coming up. Oh, look at there.
Our city council and commissioners ride in the parade together.
Okay.
If we slow up so we
all
can
of our
identify
elected
them.
officials.
We've got Mr. Cecil Barber, Mr. Colonel Nagy. We've got Daniel Dunn.
Do we everybody have their practice wave? Okay, there we go.
And we have Miss.
Oh, look at there.
I can't.
Ms. Hadley, Ms. Hill, there's Ms. Mathis.
Identify who's on there because I couldn't see with the light. Ms. Hill, Ms. Mathis, Wilma Hadley was on there, and I could not see who else was on from the.
They wouldn't let you ride.
Merry Christmas, Ms. Barbara Jelks.
Oh, terrific! There's our friends from
Norman Park. Here's our Norman Park, the mayor of Norman Park, who is Bruce Norton. We want to recognize him. and thank him. And I'm not sure, could you tell if there were any other commissioners on the other side? Didn't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah, that was Bruce Norton from
All right.
Park.
We want to thank the commissioners, city council for riding together, working together. Only in Moultrie do you have that, Pete.
And now we have the Ward and Cherry's fabulous lights back again this year for the second time. What a fabulous display.
Wow. Ward and Cherry's Fabulous Lights is a nonprofit, family-run organization based in Jasper, Florida. They love spreading Christmas cheer. They travel to several cities, and we are grateful for them being here tonight. Let's give them a Moultrie welcome.
We so appreciate the Ward sharing your lights with us. Thank you. Well, David, that is quite a display. You don't see that very often.
No, it looks very well under the canopy of lights. They've done a lot of work, and how nice it is to be honored as a community to have them to choose our parade as one of the parades they appear each year. Thank you, Ward family. Pete, that's an amazing display. Again, thank you, Ward family. What do we have next, Pete?
Well, I believe we have the Hampton Inn coming up with their display. Oh, this is still part of the Ward family.
Yeah, this is more Ward family. This is more Ward family, okay?
Oh, what a
Let's
wonderful
just enjoy
family.
what all they've done. How many folks do you have in the family that are here? About 20. So there's 20 of those guys that have come up from Florida to do this parade because everybody knows about the Moultrie Christmas parade, and there are more of them. There's a great camper here that's in the parade. It's tremendous effort by this family. Thank you for being part of our Moultrie tradition. Pete, that is a tremendous amount, over 20 family members coming up from Florida. Now we have the Hampton Inn. Hampton Inn is, of course, a great hotel. They have always supported us, and they're out on the bypass, but they love downtown. They support downtown. They send people downtown, and they are very supportive of our community. So we wish Hampton Inn a very Merry Christmas. Thank you, Hampton Inn. That is a great float, by the way.
Yeah, the Hampton Inn, they do a wonderful job, but they are such tremendous citizens and add so much to the life in Moultrie.
My goodness, look at all the kids from Hampton Inn. We want to thank Hampton Inn. Who do we have next, Pete?
Well, let's see.
It's the Moultrie Sons of Confederate Veterans.
Yeah, but John K. McNeil Camp. Terrific. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Look at there.
Their historical entry is a memory of those in military past and present who sacrificed. And they want to also recognize all of those and remember all of those who are not at home to enjoy this time of year with their loved ones. We thank them for sharing with us. All right, Pete, get your karate chop ready. We've got Batista's martial arts.
Okay, we're safe.
They offer classes for ages 4 and up for
My goodness, look at this crowd.
athleticism, and focus. Batista, martial arts. Show us some moves, guys. Show us some moves.
All right.
All right.
Is everybody kung fu fighting? Oh my goodness.
Spider-Man's with him. Does Spider-Man know martial arts?
I guess that's where Spidey got
All right,
his
here we go.
start.
Spider-Man's going to show out for us.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
I'm not going to mess with Spider-Man, Pete. You can take that on, but I'm not.
Well, now we know where he trains.
B&L Lock Service
Absolutely.
for all of your lock needs. That's a beautiful Chevrolet truck.
That is. That's a classic.
B&L Lock Service, established in 1987, the year I graduated from high school here in Colquitt County. Lassiter Equipment Group, Lassiter Tractor Company. Pete, that's a nice rig, no doubt about that.
Oh, tremendous citizens, tremendous business, just wonderful people for the city of Moultrie.
Lassiter Tractor Company.
I believe these vehicles are getting bigger with each one that goes by.
These tractors are amazing that they use anymore. They're incredible, and what a tractor. Thank you for bringing it home. No doubt about it, agriculture is our biggest industry here in Colquitt County, and we want to thank John Deere, thank Lassiter Tractor. Also now Lassiter Motor Company.
What a great combination, David. The farm and tractor business and the automobile and truck business, it really works well together and, again, provides so much for Moultrie and Colquitt County.
We want to thank Lassiter Motor Company, Lassiter Tractor Company. Thank you for being a part of this great tradition. What you got, Pete?
CNSNext is up. This is internet and cable service owned by the city of Thomasville, the city of Moultrie, Camilla, and Cairo. They brought broadband service to South Georgia when no one else had it.
Slow down a little bit so we can see the float. I hope their internet service is that fast. If it is, you're in good shape, because that's a fast float, Pete.
Yeah, I guess they had the higher band service going by. Let's see.
Moultrie YMCA Gymnastics is next, Pete.
Looks like the YMCA.
I would like to see Mr. Pete come down and do some tumbles with you guys.
There we go. There's Rich with his famous dog.
All right, we're going to see some tumbles and some stuff.
There we go.
Pete, would you like to go down and participate?
Yeah, David, I think we could go down, but I'd hate to show them up, and I'd also hate for the hospital to have to come get us. I think
they're in the parade, so they could pick us up.
That's right. We could tumble with them, and then Colquitt Regional could pick us up right
our gymnastics program is one of the great programs. Thank you, guys. One of the great sports youth programs. And now we have the Moss Farms diving team. Very big program.
The world-famous Moss Farms diving team.
All
Absolutely.
right. Thank you, guys, for being in the parade.
And thank you for making Moultrie famous.
We thank y'all very much. Our mural we have downtown features the diving team on the mural, which is located just south of the square.
That's right. Now we have Colquitt Regional Medical Center, so we could do those flips now because they could pick us up and take us to the hospital.
Colquitt Regional Medical Center. We want to thank them for bringing...
And the Employee of the Year, Raymond Buckner. Let's give him a big hand.
Thank them for bringing great health care in our community. So many people are employed in so many levels, making it work for us to have quality health care.
Yeah, we're fortunate, David. We have a health care system far superior to any other town our size, and just have really benefited from that.
They have some nice golf carts as well.
Look at there.
Colquitt Regional, thank you guys for being involved this year. It's very nice of you to participate. Thank you for joining our Canopy Under the Lights parade.
And there's the Colquitt Regional's home health care service. They have really everything from birth to nursing homes. They cover the entire lifespan.
We want to mention our first responders, our EMS drivers, and we want to recognize them for being part of this 2022 Christmas parade. Next up is a very special mission, I believe, in this community, a ministry. It's Crossroads Gospel Mission. We want to recognize Crossroads for providing a very important need in our community, Pete.
Tremendously valuable service for our community. Is always a great need, and we're fortunate to have such wonderful volunteers that make that work.
One of the things to remember with Crossroads, it's always one of the functions to better lives, to improve lives, to help people that need help. And I want to thank them, and not only for doing that, but for being part of our tradition here tonight.
Now here's some superstars, the Willie Williams Middle School Gyms Club. Hey!
Merry Christmas.
Glad to see you guys.
These are girls that exemplify magnificent standards. Their club symbol is the diamond, Pete. Ultimately, diamonds are made of the same material as a lump of coal, and they've got their place here in our community as a special gem, each unique with its individual beauty. Thank you, girls, for participating. I believe next we have Relay for Life, and we appreciate Relay for Life. All the things that Relay for Life does to help in our community to raise money for fighting cancer, cancer treatment. Thank you. J.O. Shree is driving. Thank you. Purple Santa Outfits. Thank you.
Yeah, David, they say their vision is to find a cure for cancer, so we're hoping that will continue.
With visions of sugar plums dancing, we are dreaming of a cure. We have our Pruitt Health is next. Is that correct?
That's right. Magnolia Manor, wonderful place. They, again, a wonderful service to our community and people who need help.
We have more from Pruitt Health. Is that correct? All right. We want to welcome Pruitt Health. Very nice truck by Lassiter. Pruitt Health is a major business in our community with some beautiful people there on that float.
Glad they got out to enjoy the Christmas parade.
Looks like they've got some good things going on at that table. Pete, this looks like a really interesting car. And what in the world is going on here? What is this? It's DJ Legend. Legendary Production.
Oh, the Legend!
Oh, it is the Legend. It's Rusty. Slow down a little bit, Elvis. Hey, Elvis. Can Elvis sing us a song? DJ Legends, Rusty. Now we're going to hear Elvis. Go ahead.
Somebody hold on to Elvis. We don't want to lose him.
Pete, I promoted Santa's in the parade. I didn't know Elvis was here tonight, too. Wow, give Elvis a hand.
Well, Elvis worked it in. He'll be at the 7-Eleven on Main Street after the parade.
Elvis lives. Elvis lives. Who do we have next, Pete?
Well, it looks like the Seminoles, but I believe it might be Piggly Wiggly.
Is that Piggly Wiggly? I think we had Odom Elementary.
Yeah, Piggly Wiggly.
Colquitt County Health Department. Thank you for meeting all of our health needs. Colquitt County Health Department.
Oh, this tremendous the services they provide. They help so much. They work with the city organization and with new businesses. Just a tremendous group of people. And
they've got bags of something. I don't know what they're handing out. What are you handing out? Well, yeah, I'll take some. What do we got
great.
Here? Candy. Wow. All right. I made out like a bandit on that one. All right, what do we got next, Pete?
I believe we have Matco Realtors coming up, one of our longer time realty associations.
Kirk Freelander driving. He's got some
driving very carefully, I notice. So he has valuable cargo in the back, and he's taking good care of them.
Always a friendly guy. Thanks, Kirk, for bringing this.
Anybody wants to buy or sell some property, catch this truck, they'll take care of you.
Wayne Cooper in the back, who was at some downtown meetings today, always helping out downtown, and a nice float. Thank you, guys. Moultrie Church of God is up next.
That's
right. The Gingerbread Church is sweet to trust in Jesus. It's sweeter and sweeter as the days go by.
Welcome, Moultrie Church
Merry
of God.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. We have so many great community churches. Church of God is one of those churches. Our community is blessed with many, many churches. Thank you, Church of God, for I want to thank you for being here and part of our tradition.
Oh, great float. Oh, tremendous.
Just slow up, take your time,
Look, a great group.
and let us enjoy watching your float. Very nice. Merry Christmas, Church of God. You know, it's always good to see young kids involved in church activities, and that Moultrie Church of God has some really great kids. What do we have next, Pete?
Well, let's see. The schedule says Kinetic by Windstream, and I believe that's who we have.
Kinetic by Windstream. Who do we have there?
The big dog, the top supervisor, making it happen.
All right. Thank you, Kinetic by Windstream. They will connect you up, phone services and internet. And
Right, fiber to the home, fast service, friendly
I believe
people.
they provided a mural for downtown that I mentioned earlier. Thank you for participating tonight. We have Freedom Logistics next, Pete.
Oh, this is a tremendous group. They, I guess they do business all over the country, and just really a dynamic group out there. Work hard, make things happen.
Freedom Logistics, hello. Merry Christmas.
Wow, what a great float. Look at that.
Merry Christmas. And what does Freedom Logistics do generally?
Well, they move a lot of vehicles around.
All right. I want to thank Laura for bringing the group down. That's very nice. Very nice. And there's another float from Freedom Logistics. You got 2 floats? Is that right? Okay, just one. We have another group then. What have we got? Is this the Partnership for Success? CCHS, Partnership for Success. The Partnership for Success says, make a friend, make a difference.
Yeah, from Colquitt County High School. That's
Thanks for
great.
coming, guys. Thank y'all very much. Merry Christmas.
Make a friend, make a difference.
We want to thank y'all for coming. Partnership for Success from the Colquitt County High School. Pete, it's just super to have all these youth groups involved, and we want to recognize them. This is something I always look forward to, Pete. This is Chick-fil-A. Now, I'm not
great.
saying,
We have the cow.
I'm not saying I can eat a lot of nuggets, but I can eat a lot of nuggets. What a great
Oh,
group.
we love the Chick-fil-A cow, and look at all the folks that support the Chick-fil-A cow. There we go.
Chick-fil-A. I had hoped they were going to be throwing out nuggets. They weren't, so I needed some nuggets.
And-
Stones.
Yeah, our folks from Stones Home Center, a wonderful South Georgia organization, but very prominent in Moultrie, and been a big part of success this year.
Wow, look at that float. Merry Christmas. Hey, they've been in business since 1963 in Moultrie, so they've been doing business that long. Thank you. Wow, look at this float. This
This must be Southern Tractor and Outdoor. Our friends out on the bypass with their Kubotas. Great to see them.
We want to thank Southern Tractor. That is a very nice rig. It is about the right size to do some things that need to be done. Is this Southern Tractor as well? Thanks for being in. We've got these beautiful vehicles. Okay.
Oh,
Southern
yeah.
Tractor again.
Boy, it's amazing where four-wheelers have gone. These are quite elaborate vehicles.
Kawasaki mules. You know the thing about a Kawasaki mule, it can go anywhere. It's amazing what they do. We have more from Southern Tractor.
Yeah, I believe Southern have some big tractors too.
Well, will you look at the size of that
Wow.
thing? Wow.
I believe we have T. Garza Enterprises. Look at that great 79 red Ford F-250.
1979 red Ford 250. Thomas. Thank you.
Thomas Tire, the tremendous organization. Blake has continued the tradition his father started. And just great service for everybody. Wonderful products.
Wow, I don't know what to say, Pete. Just a lot going on there in that small vehicle. Davis Towing, thank you for being part of our tradition. Davis Towing.
Great to have you, Davis.
Davis Towing. Willow Grove Word of Faith. Davis Towing. That's part of Davis Towing as well.
Towing. Oh, yeah.
And they do a good job. Thank you, Davis
look
Towing.
At those great guys
Merry
on
Christmas.
the tow truck.
Now, Pete.
Okay, this is a new one this year.
I'd like to buy the world a Coke. This is from Atlanta. They've sent this truck down from Atlanta. Is that right?
I believe it's pretty obvious, folks. It's Coca-Cola. Welcome to Moultrie, Coca-Cola.
Let's hear it for Coca-Cola bringing this beautiful rig down, well lit.
Well, David, the good thing, too, is old people can read who it is.
It's easily readable.
We like that big print.
Featuring some classic artwork from their history. Thank you, Coca-Cola. I was hoping they were throwing some Diet Cokes out the back, but it's not to be. But thank you, Coca-Cola. We appreciate the effort. And that being a new entry, it's going to be interesting how they turn down at the corners. But
Yeah, that's a tough turn.
yeah, they can make it. What do we have here?
I believe it looks like C.A. Gray showing up. Hey, look at there.
We want to thank C.A. Gray for being a part of our community. One of the great schools. Thank you, C.A. Gray.
Who's happy to be at C.A. Gray? Yay!
Next, we have the Chadwicks of Norman Park. You've heard of the Beverly Hillbillies. We'll meet the Chadwicks of Norman Park. Merry Christmas from our family to yours, they say.
Okay, where's Ellie Mae?
Chadwicks of Norman Park. Go Army.
Oh, go
Okay.
Army.
Georgia Southern Steel. They make steel buildings. That is a beautiful steel building on the back.
Oh, it is.
Look at that float. We want to thank you guys for being a part.
Yeah, I believe that's the Eagles, isn't it? Well, thanks for coming to Moultrie, Georgia Southern. We're glad to have you here. Oh, Georgia Southern Steel.
Georgia Southern Steel, yeah.
There we go.
Not the Georgia Southern Eagles, but Georgia Southern Steel. Although my wife went to Georgia Southern, and she would love me to mention that. Thank you, Georgia Southern Steel. They do buildings and other projects.
Yeah.
And we always have King's Jewelry, a business here on the square for decades, in the parade tonight. So thank you for participating again, King's Jewelry. King's Jewelry. Thank you.
Hey, look at that. Hey, guys.
Baking
Odom.
Spirits Bright.
Baking Spirits.
Our theme tonight has to do with candy, Candyland, and they are Baking Spirits Bright. That is a neat float. If you're just tuning in on the internet or TV or whatever, we are in the Moultrie 2022 Christmas Parade. It is a massive parade this year.
Yeah, there's our King's Jewelry
King's
friend.
Jewelry.
Hey, they have been on the square since the square was the square.
That's right. We want to thank King's Jewelry for being one of the great anchor businesses in downtown. Thank you.
Right.
Merry Christmas. One of the great assets of this community are the volunteers in every facet, whether through the school system, first responders, what have you. Our volunteer fire departments are second to none. Southside Volunteer Fire Department. They volunteer because they care about our community, Pete.
They are very unselfish. They give a lot of themselves, all for their fellow citizens.
Pete, I want to change the mood a little bit. Let's get a little scary. The Pavo Haunted House, October, Halloween, and candy is their game. But they say Jesus is the reason for this season. All the rest is tinsel. Some scary characters from Pavo Haunted House, PavoHauntedHouse.com. Thank you for being here tonight. Again, another great volunteer fire department in our community from Doran. Doran, one of our favorite towns here in our county. If you go toward Albany, head north, up toward Worth County, you're going to see Doran. Doran's a great community, a lot of special friends, and we want to recognize Doran, not only for the fire department, but for a tremendous elementary school. Here's Doran Elementary.
Hey, guys.
Which reindeer is that they have on the float? Prancer, Dancer. We want to recognize Moultrie Masonic Lodge number 381. They always participate. Thank you guys for being in the parade.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Another group that makes a real difference in the community, that does a lot of hard work, helps a lot of people.
They're not out blowing and going, making a big thunder. They're just out doing service and doing what they should do to make this community great. And we want
this
to
is our
thank
new
them.
group, All Directions Transportation. Boy, we really needed them in Moultrie. We're so glad they've opened their business. They're there to help a lot of people get from point A to point B and back.
So you can call them or text them, and they will give you
That's
transportation. One of the favorite things is our animals. This is the Animal Control Humane Society, Pete.
Yeah. They have really been busy. It's a tough time for humane societies, but it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and these folks are doing it. And it really, I think it's moving on up, getting better every day, every month.
Thank you, Humane Society. Let's all remember they always need your help with supplies and things, and always adopt a pet. Pollock Pro HVAC LLC is licensed and insured heating and air conditioning, Pete, that serves Colquitt County.
Well, you normally don't think of your air conditioning in December, but everybody needs these folks.
We want to recognize that beautiful float. Thank you for being a great business in our community. Pete, sometimes mobile homes have to be moved, and we have to have good people to do it, and we have another great business here in our community, Halls Mobile Home Movers.
You know, it's hard to imagine what it takes to move those things, but these guys are real pros. They make it happen. Great safety record, and really help people out a lot.
They're now hiring.
As you can see, they have some tremendous equipment to move things, and I'm not about sure about the Devil's Reject, but that's,
what is the Devil's Reject here? That is a tripped out truck. Borrow that to ride around the square, huh? Charla School of Dance. They've got about 20 dancers dancing down the parade route and an ATV riding behind, playing music. What lovely dancers.
I'm pretty sure they move better than we do also, David.
No doubt about that. We have so many great, wonderful youth groups. Thank you. J&J Roofing and Construction. They were established 2005 by Justin Murphy. They specialize in all types of roofing, remodeling, building of homes, all types of construction.
Yeah, David, they have established a great reputation and really just have done a great job in everything they do.
They really have. You hear great stuff about J&J Roofing and Construction.
That's right.
Want to recognize them. And there's more from J&J Roofing and Construction.
Wow. I believe they may have built a float.
I want to recognize how beautiful the float is. Look how tall that thing is. Well, they are in the construction business, I guess, and they've built.
It looks like they built a nice one.
Yeah. I think I could live in that, if you had to.
Yeah.
Very well built. Meets all the codes, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
It's a 2-bedroom, 2-story house. It
looks like they've helped out our car dealers, too. I believe they bought all the trucks on the lot.
I think they have created a traffic jam. Pete, next we have coming down the thoroughfares Titans Swimming Academy.
You know, Moultrie is famous for swimming and diving. We've had tremendous programs for many decades, maybe a half a century, and it continues.
Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Show us some swimming moves. Backstroke. What a wonderful group of kids, and again, another example of the great youth
That's a hard-working group, David. They practice about 5 nights a week and really put forth a lot of effort.
Out on the bypass is a church that has been here in our community for many decades, Kingwood Baptist Church. They certainly have shown a resurgence in being active in the community. First Christmas Nativity being featured. We want to recognize Kingwood. I noticed they put up this new logo, this new sign is at their property.
Look, great outfits, great float.
We have Ameris Bank coming up next after Kingwood Baptist Church. Merry Christmas to you all.
Always glad to see our friends at Ameris Bank.
Merry Christmas to you guys. We want to recognize and thank our banks in the community that make our business needs reality. Thank you, Ameris Bank.
Oh, look at there.
They've got a lion. One of the things are the kids. There's just so many kids in all the floats. All the entries have beautiful, beautiful kids. Now this one I'm excited about, Pete. It's called Just Jeep Jeepin. This is about Jeeps. Jeeps, Jeeps.
That is some creative work, David. We've come a long way from the old Willis Jeep of World War II. It's like that one may have run over Santa Claus.
All right.
Just Jeepin.
This is a organization for people that have Jeeps, that enjoy Jeep enthusiasm, and we want to recognize these folks who love their Jeeps. Blue Willow Boutique also being represented here. The girls of Blue Willow Boutique, we want to recognize them. Hang on up there, ladies.
Well,
have you ever had a Jeep before, Pete?
I have, but it wasn't anything like that.
I have had a couple of Jeep Cherokees, but not like these Jeeps.
Boy, these take decorations to another level.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were on the...
Blue Willow Boutique was in with the Jeep group.
They were with the Jeeps.
Okay. One of the things to remember are all the thousands of kids in there on the sidelines and also on the sides of the streets. It's unbelievable what this parade means to so many people. It has meant to so many people over so many years. Pete, this parade is enormous.
It really is. We may run out of notebook.
You have to think about all of the new businesses, the revitalized buildings, the shops, the jewelry stores, clothing stores, restaurants, eateries. Everything you need is downtown Moultrie. This is the center of our community, and it is a shining example of what a community should be. And I want to thank everybody who's here tonight on behalf of everyone who has participated in getting this ready for making this a great parade. And continuing to do so, the Moultrie YMCA Child Care Center.
You know, this is the culmination of a vision from years ago. It filled a great need in this community and just does a wonderful job.
Nice, large tractor. A lot of inflatables on the float, very large float. One of the good things about the YMCA are just all of the programs, all of the kids, all of the families that benefit, and at this point in time you just find it's remarkable, all of the groups, organizations that make this community a good place to live.
Yeah, when new people come to town, they cannot believe the kind of why we have. Oh, that's a great vehicle.
Nice. What year Mustang? 66. That's what I thought. It's got the bumblebee paint job. Next, we have the Berlin Volunteer Fire Department. You head toward
that is a
Valdosta
terrific truck.
or Brooks County, and you come to Berlin, one of the great towns in our community. I want to recognize Berlin is doing a great job, having a great entry and a beautiful fire truck. Thank you to their first responders.
Oh, and I guess that was the Mustang
I think
Club.
the Mustang Club was right before them. It's
Right.
a little out of order, but we're not professionals. We're doing the best we can, and I think we're doing good with a great parade tonight.
Miss Taylor
This-
has F&A Insurance. We're glad to have them in the parade this year.
F&A Insurance, for your insurance needs. We want to recognize them. Church of God Prophecy. Candyland Christmas is the theme of this year's parade, Pete.
Oh, a beautiful float. Well done. You guys did a great job. Somebody put in a lot of work.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The Church of God of Prophecy. I always enjoy seeing their entry, and we always thank them for doing a beautiful job. They work so hard every year.
Well, and it's great to see children on these floats with the churches as well as the senior citizens.
And next we have yet another great church, Christian Crusade Church. Jesus is the reason for the season. Thank you for participating. Thank you all for being here in our parade. It means a lot to everyone. Thank you. Next entry, Pete, is a beauty queen.
Oh, our Colquitt County teen Miss United States Agriculture.
Teen Miss United States
Blair.
Agriculture. Wow.
Oh, Medical Scrubs. That's a wonderful new business downtown.
Ann's Medical Scrubs LLC.
Yeah, they've seemed to have been a real success since they've opened.
We want to recognize and thank them for being here. And we have coming up Reliable Data Products.
Another long-time business in Moultrie, just one of the real staples of downtown.
A downtown business. The Norman family, thank you for
It's our
being
only
here.
local office supply dealer for over 30 years.
Thank you. Reliable Data.
Then we have the jeweler, who's located behind Lowe's. Another great business to have in our parade. Wonderful vehicles. The
King of Shades window tint.
Oh, yeah.
And what do we have here, Pete?
Wow, I'm not sure.
Wow. How do you get in that thing? I know it's high. I can see that.
I think they're advertising ladders.
Ah, Merry Christmas.
There's
Moultrie
Moultrie.
Heating and Cooling. Pete, I'm amazed at all of the folks with these ATVs. They're very impressive.
Then we have Clean Freak Soft Wash. Good way to get things clean without hurting them. Gentle, good cleaning for roof, exterior.
Softwash.com.
And then our old friends from Warner Recovery. They've been a staple in our parade for years, and just a real part of the community and provide a lot of service. Even on New Year's Eve, I believe they help people out a lot.
Merry Christmas from and to Warner Recovery.
Looks like they picked up quite a crowd to tow there.
We want to recognize our Board of Education, and
we
there's
go.
Ben Wiggins.
Yeah, Ben Wiggins,
Our
our superintendent.
And I believe I saw Miss Trudy Hill, I believe, in there with him, and I'm sure other members. I couldn't see who all. We want to thank our Board of Education. We want to thank Ben for being here.
Absolutely.
Hall's Hydraulics, hoses, fittings, cylinders.
I think this is a new business they started, and like everything they do it well.
Hall Contractors, LLC, roofing specialist.
Yeah, I believe they're in their second generation, and again, carrying on the tradition of quality work.
Salem Baptist Church is in Pavo. It's down in Thomas County. We want to recognize and thank them for being here in our parade tonight. Thank you, Salem
Always
Baptist
glad
Church.
to have our Pavo friends here.
A beautiful, beautiful area down there. Merry Christmas to you.
Cosmo Corona's son.
And next we have Blackfire Divas Dance Team.
Oh, this is
Is that right?
Corona Son's harvesting.
I apologize.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
All right, this is Cosmic Coronado and Son Harvesting.
Look at those great kids on that float. Yeah.
All right, now we have Blackfire Divas Dance Team. Yes.
Yeah, look at that dance team.
Let's see some action. Can we see some dancing here, ladies? Are we going to have dancing or are we just going to walk? Can we dance? All right. Okay. All right. We want to thank y'all for being here. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to the Divas Dance Team. Colquitt County Tire LLC. Tell me about this, Pete. What a nice float.
Well, their tires must be in good shape to pull all of that. They look like they know what they're doing. Look at those tires. Look at those wheels.
Welcome to downtown Moultrie tonight. It's important to have good tires, Pete.
Looks like they got.
You need those tires there on your.
Yeah, they were need those candy cane tires.
Truck, yeah. One of the good things to remember all the businesses that came out tonight. We want to thank them. We want to thank our Main Street program for putting this together and all the volunteers.
Oh, one of my favorites, the Boys and Girls Club. They just do so much good work in Moultrie. Have wonderful guys that go there. Hey, look at that. Hey, guys.
It is good that our community now has a wonderful Boys and Girls Club. I remember when we didn't, and it's good that we now do. This is a special group, and every year they mean so much to all of us. It is our veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for our veterans. Let's salute our veterans as they pass by. The Veterans Express furnishes accessibility for medical care for our local veterans. Let's thank them for what they do.
And a very important group in Moultrie, our Georgia Forestry Group. That's certainly big in Moultrie. Makes a big difference.
Beautiful motorcycles there.
My goodness. I'm guessing we have a motorcycle club here.
I think so. What's the name of the club? Okay. We did not get a piece of paper saying the name of the club or that they were in here, but they are here. And we want to appreciate or show our appreciation for them.
We appreciate it. I believe they were driving by and just jumped into the parade, David, and I'm glad they did. Some really interesting vehicles.
Their name is On Point. They're what? On Point. On Point Motorcycle Group. How do you get in that thing? And what do you do with it? Where do you go with it?
There's our Forestry Commission people.
There's the Forestry.
Very important group in Moultrie.
Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Don't forget that. Remember it.
And one of my favorite groups, the Moultrie Fire Department.
Moultrie Fire Department. Chad Kilgore, Fire Chief, and one of the great equipment trucks we have here in the city of Moultrie. And everybody, we need you to behave. Just kind of hold on. But St. Nick is here. Ladies and gentlemen, kids, Santa Claus. Santa Claus is downtown Moultrie. Pete, I see Santa coming down the street.
Well, I'm just very glad he could work us into his schedule. I know it's a busy time of year. He could zoom in here. Looks like he brought a few lighted reindeers with him. I'm sure. We appreciate the City of Moultrie Utilities folks hauling him around.
Since 1856, he's been coming to Moultrie, bringing toys and treats for boys and girls. Santa, we love you. Let's Good to see you again, Santa.
Santa, you look great for somebody who born in 1856.
No, he's been coming here since then.
Okay. He's older than that.
He's centuries old.
That's a tremendous outfit. Lieutenant Anderson makes a great escort, keeps Santa safe. Really do. And a special thanks to Amy Johnson, Caroline Barber, Heather, where did Heather go? They're the architects that put this together, and then all the city folks that work with them, everybody that helped, and then all the wonderful participants that came together to make our community great. Thank you very much.
Hey, this season, come down to downtown Moultrie, and throughout the year, there's eateries, there's coffee shops, there's sandwich shops, there's places to buy ladies' clothes, men's clothes, shoes, boots. What else, Pete? Jewelry stores. There's a gym. The YMCA has a great cutting-edge gym downtown. So downtown Moultrie is the real deal, and there's so much going on. There's so much momentum. Come to downtown Moultrie and have a tremendous time with you and your family.
It is great to live in a thriving, growing community. It really is, and a wonderful group of people.
Well, Pete, I think that wraps it up for another year. And what we're going to do is say Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you, sir. We've just finished in the parade. And what we're going to do is say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, David.
Merry Christmas to you, Pete. And thank you, Main Street Program. Thank you, City of Moultrie, County Commission. Thank you, City Council. Thank you, everyone, downtown groups, for making this a great parade. And we'll see you next year. Thanks.
Okay, have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
So I can glad tidings to you wherever you are. Glad tidings for Christmas and